back to, hold on, wait, let me see. There we go. Hey y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chesses for the bold and beautiful July 17, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think? Did y'all like it? How do y'all feel about Bill's actions? Because what the world going on around here? Hold on, let me turn it up. What the world going on around here? I was like, Bill. Yet another red flag. She told him on today's episode, Grace told Bill on today's episode, that Leon was being released into his care. And he was like, already so soon after surgery or whatever. And I was like, exactly. I said, Bill. This is another red flag, y'all. On top of all the other red flags. Because how he just had, this the second surgery he done had. You telling him he got to go home? Then she trying to sweet talk it or whatever. Make it seem like it's a good thing. I was like, she's so crooked. I said, all the Buckinghams are crooked at this point. Hold on. But okay, so on today's episode, we're going to start with Bill and Grace. So they're just talking or whatever. And Grace ends up telling Bill that it was a risk, but they end up pulling it off. And she believes that Leon will make a full recovery. I said, you full of baloney. That's what you is. You full of crap. That's what you is. You full of crap. Tomorrow he going to make a full recovery. Then ends up telling Bill that Liam is going home with him today. But before, I think allegedly, they went to take, what's it called? MRI? Went to send Leon to get MRI or whatever. So she went over there like, I need to talk to you. Did you send my money? Did you send my money or whatever? I said, Bill. He's like, yeah, I told you I didn't care about that as long as my son was okay. And then she had a phone call. And I'm like, Bill, I know doggone well you heard her on this phone. So she gets a phone call. Somebody apparently asking her questions. She was like, it's happening right now. I can't talk right now. She hung up. So apparently, I'm assuming it's connected. Somebody put her up to it, or she in cahoots with somebody or something like that. But either way it go, he done send $1 million to this lady and she ain't did nothing. She ain't saved nothing over here. I wonder if Liam heard anything. I wonder if he heard anything when he woke up that day. I said, wasn't it yesterday? I think so. But yeah, somebody said he going home. I was like, Bill, ain't no way. I said, she continue. I wonder how long it's going to take them to realize that she full of baloney. I wonder how long it's going to take them to realize she full of crap. But yeah, aside from that, what else happened? He ends up taking him home. They set him up with a nurse. I forgot what they said the nurse lady's name was. Grace ends up asking about the money again. I already said that. I already said that somebody was asking her questions. I think when they got to the house, Liam started to say Kelly and Beth or whatever. So Bill ends up calling Steffi. She put him on speakerphone. That's when he says that he has Liam. He just had another surgery, and they was like, another surgery? And Finn was like, he has questions because that's not okay. And I said, I hope he stick to it because ain't no way she about to get away with this. They said that somebody's supposed to get ran out of town. I'm assuming that they're talking about Grace. But yeah, she done sit up here. I was like, I wonder what it is. I knew that day she took a phone call, or I don't think she took the phone call, but she was in the office with Finn, and Finn was asking her if everything okay. And I was like, yeah, he gonna put two and two together because she giving it away. She right there on the phone. Somebody said, it's happening right now. I said, Bill, you distracted or something? What's really going on? Hold on. But yeah, aside from that, Finn and Bridget was still talking about the same thing about how it's weird how Grace is behaving, but I think Bridget was the one saying that she trusts her, she's a great doctor and all this, but Finn was like, it's something off about this. It's not typical protocol. Something's wrong. He doesn't understand why Grace would just sign off on this, and they was just talking about that, and he believes that something's not right. So he was like, he gotta tell his wife. I said, one thing he gonna do is tell his wife, ain't it? He said, one thing he gonna do is tell her everything except how he truly feel about Sheila and Luna, though. Hold on. But yeah, I said one thing Finn gonna do is tell his wife. He ends up calling her, and she was asking about Liam, how he's doing. That's when he's like, as far as he knows, he doing well. And they was like, what you mean? And he was like, Bill has him, and Grace signed off on it. So they end up coming to the hospital, and that's how they found out. That's when Bill ends up telling them that, he's okay. He's okay. He's recovering. He got to get off the phone now because he got to make sure his son is okay. I just want to know how long it's going to take them to realize. And what she said, incision is when they cut you open and stuff, ain't it? She was like, I think the nurse was like, she got to tend to his incision or something. Something she said, and I was like, wait a minute now. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of red flags going on. But yeah, aside from that, let me see. Hope and Steffi was still talking about Sheila and Luna. Hope ends up telling Steffi that Sheila lost another toe. And Steffi said that she has a sense of gratitude for what Sheila did, but she went right back to talk about Liam saved her. And I said, well, technically they both saved you because you was gonna be gone. You was gonna be gone. If Sheila hadn't moved out the way and came and stuff, she was gonna handle you. She had already made up her mind. So all that, she wasn't gonna do anything. She didn't have the weapon on me. She was definitely gonna take you up out of there. You was gunner. You was gonna be a gunner. But yeah, I said she couldn't even stay long to mention that Sheila actually saved her life. She like, Leon's the real hero. Cause Hope was talking about how it could have been worse for Sheila, but she just lost her toe. And that's when Steffi was like, you mean worse like Liam? And I was like, Steffi, get it together. Now I'm not saying that y'all gotta have anything to do with her, anything like that, but at least acknowledge that she also saves your life. But yeah, what else did they talk about? I think they would just talk about Liam recovering and then having to tell their daughters that he may be gone and stuff like that. They were just talking about that. That's when they end up getting the call. I have a feeling Grace hiding. She definitely hiding something. They haven't showed the scene yet where she's supposed to be looking at her phone and looking at the $1,000,000 or whatever. I'm assuming they're gonna show it tomorrow. But once again, we are an episode behind, so we'll see. I wonder if they're gonna show. You know how at the end of usually on Fridays they'll show us a preview. I wonder if they're gonna start back doing it. But yeah, what else? Deacon and Sheila. Let me see. Let's see. Let me go back. I skipped over something. I think tells Bill to Leon going home with him. We talked about that. I said Luna can't believe Luna gone. Lord, Sheila, I miss Sheila. Let me scratch that out. Sheila can't believe that Luna's gone, and she still was talking about it's unfortunate and she's sad. And Deacon was just trying to comfort her and let her know that she made that choice. It was her. You did all that you could. You told her to leave town, and she chose to stay and try to take people down and stuff. It was her own fault. Cause I always said Sheila and Luna alike, they had the upper hand. Finn wanted something to do with both of them, but they want to go doing stupid stuff. Hold on, I don't know what Grace is doing, but something's not right. She ain't telling us exactly. I'm assuming we ain't gonna find out till next week, but we'll see. But yeah, that's how Sheila and Deacon was talking about. She's still blaming herself, and Deacon was trying to comfort her and let her know that it's not her fault. And he was like, despite if Finn and Steffi even acknowledge it, you are a hero. I said, true that, true that. But he was like, what did he say? At first he did say Finn and Steffi had to realize that she's a hero, and then Sheila was like, she don't think that Steffi and them gonna ever, fully accept her or believe that she's a hero. And he was like, even if they don't, I see you as a hero because what you did, you said you was gonna put your family first, and you did. I said she did. She protected her. But let me see. Finn tells Steffi Liam was released and Dr. Buckingham was responsible. We talked about that. I think we pretty much talked about everything, y'all. Did y'all like this episode? How do y'all feel? I said, look, told y'all Liam wasn't gonna die. I told y'all he wasn't going nowhere. They always want to sit up here and make it seem like somebody gonna die, and they never do. Let me see. I already said Finn believes something is not right. She was still blaming herself. Yeah, I think the last thing was Bill was telling Steffi them that he has Liam. He had another surgery, and it was experimental, and he might make a full recovery. So after that, Steffi and Hope was talking about, Kelly and Beth, they're not going to lose their father, and they were just happy about it. But that was it. That was it, y'all. Wait till they find out Luna ain't dead. Exactly. Ain't nobody show. How come every time they don't never show no bodies or nothing? I was like, how she dead? They ain't show her being wheeled out or nothing like that. I said, Lee got her, y'all. But we'll see soon enough. But that's it. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next